Do you want to know how to succeed by collaborating with other women? How can you feel, act, and be rich or your rich future self by collaborating with other women? Do you like to collaborate with other women? If you do, and if you don't, stay tuned because today I want to talk about the power of collaboration and perhaps change your mind maybe about collaborating because as women specifically, we are very powerful at sharing, and it is a great idea in my belief for us to collaborate together. In today's show, I have a very special guest that I'll be bringing in soon. If you don't know by now, my name is Evie Diaz, and I am a strategic growth speaker at Biz University, as well as the author of the Fab Rich Future Self Now Journal. And today, I want you to stay tuned because I'm going to be talking about a collaboration that brings over $5,000 worth of resources, gifts, things that you can use both for your business as well as your personal life. So please stay tuned. By the way, remember, please write in the chat where you are viewing from. Where are you? Are you on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, or maybe you're in Clubhouse and you're listening to us on Clubhouse? Let us know where you are. We want to hear from you and make sure that you tell us who you are. Tell us your name, your company. Tell us a little bit about you. This is your opportunity to kind of boast a little bit about you or market yourself or promote yourself. And now let me go ahead and bring my friend on. Hi, Heidi.
Hi.
Oh my God, it's so great to see you, Heidi. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's been too long, Evie. We need a face-to-face, but in this case, it's close enough for now.
I know. And Heidi, first of all, I want people to know a little bit about you. And then we're both going to recall when and how we met to see if we recall the same instance when you and I met. So please tell people a little bit about you, what you do, who do you do it for?
Okay. Well, I primarily work with women. I love promoting women and helping women grow their business. So that's what I do. I do it in a variety of ways through internet marketing, social media, web design. I'm more doing web design and internet marketing, SEO these days than I am social media, simply because I find it impossible to keep up. So you can be an expert in maybe one channel today, maybe two, but in all of them, when they first came out, it was simple. Nothing simple because it changes like we change our underwear, So it's not something that I just decided to kind of let other people who specialize in each individual work with my clients and do that. And I stick with the things that I love to do mostly, which is SEO, getting people to getting the world to know about the people that I'm promoting. So that's what I do. I have a women's group called Women in E-commerce, which you and I have been involved in many years. I've been online since 2001. It's evolved from virtual to in-person back to virtual. So we're doing a little bit of everything. And our latest event, which we're going to talk about, is probably the newest thing that we're doing, which is not new. It's just new for us. So that's me in a nutshell.
Absolutely. And yes, I understand about kind of honing in because I started in SEO a long time ago. And then I went into email marketing. Then for a while, I was doing all types of marketing. But you know that I received a prestigious award from Women in E-commerce. And that was because I have been for over 15 years the email marketing queen. And I got the Golden Mouse Award, right, from Women in E-commerce. And that's where you and I have been connected the most. And that has been my love, by the way, mostly email marketing. And it still is. It is a love of mine. And I love talking and sharing about email marketing. And then, of course, I've been speaking and training. And then this year, actually at the end of last year, I got inspired to write a book. And Heidi, I know that I'm going to bring you back can bring you back from so many different shows because you're an expert in marketing and you're also an author. And,
Mhm.
I want to just quickly mention that because during the holidays, I got inspiration to write a book, not on email marketing and not on marketing as I thought I would, or as many people thought I would. I really came full circle to a topic that is related to how you and I met. Do you
Yeah.
remember how
Oh,
you and I met?
it was at, I believe it was Signature Grand. We were standing in line getting lunch, and we were talking about all the fabulous things you were doing with manifestation and all. Of course I remember. I feel like it was yesterday, Evie. Because I knew from the moment I met you, I knew we were going to be great friends. And you know how that happens sometimes with people. It happened with us. At least that's what I recall. I don't know about you.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
absolutely, Heidi. I agree with you 1,000%. We were in that line. It was the signature grant. And you're absolutely right. I had just launched, and that's almost, by the way, 14 years ago, my client manifestation ebook, audio, and DVD.
Yeah.
And
And
yes,
I have all of them.
we just started like talking, and thank God we've continued to stay together. And you are just truthfully a huge promoter of women, and that's why I never want to let go of you. And of course, you have the most wonderful, loving, and giving personality and energy, which of course I love, I appreciate, I learn from. So I know I'm going to have you back because I was inspired to write a book about manifestation. So I'm coming full circle,
Wow.
and it just kind of downloaded through me. Not what I thought I was going to write. And then I decided to be bold. I wrote it in about 3 months. It still is going to be edited, of course. And my husband says something about, why don't you submit it to Hay House? I was like, Hay House? That's crazy. And I had never done a book proposal. I did a 50-page book proposal by myself in 2 weeks. Then I had an editor look at it, and we're going to have that editor be here in June. And I submitted it, and it was that crazy. But in any rate, I definitely want to bring you back because I know that you are just, if people remember, an encyclopedia of knowledge, or you are like a Google, if
Yeah, I don't
the
know about
younger
Google.
generation.
I
So,
wish I was. I'd be on Jeopardy, which I watch every day, by the way. And I
oh,
realize every time I watch it just how much I don't know, you know, but it's great.
wow.
It's great. Yeah.
So, what brought us here today is a special promotion, a
Hmm.
special, I'm going to call it collaboration, because really that is the emphasis of this show today. And I just love the word collaboration. So, I'm going to stay quiet. And what I'm going to do is ask you to tell us a little bit about what you and I, along with almost 30 other women, are collaborating in now.
Absolutely. Well, it's called the Promote and Prosper Giveaway. And I was inspired by it by many people because so many people I know are doing these type of collaborations. And basically what it is experts get together and they provide a gift, or they may pay for it, but they most of the time it's called a giveaway because you're giving it away. So we'll say this one's a giveaway. And there are some where you can purchase bundles. So strictly from a giveaway perspective, people get together, they offer a gift of high value that will showcase their expertise in a positive way so that they can build their email list, which is something you know a lot about. So email marketing is still very popular. You know, everybody says, oh, social media, blah, blah, blah. I don't think email marketing will go out of style for quite some time. So I firmly believe in it, and I participate in these 3 or 4 times a year, and I try to find ones I've never heard of and participate, because what happens is if you do with the same people all the time, then you don't grow your own circle of influence. So one of the reasons I do it is I want to meet all these other people of gurus and experts and find ways to work with them in the future. So that's how I came up with these 35 women, 35 including myself, by all the groups that I have participated in, all of the collaborations and all of the giveaways. I just started handpicking people and saying, you know, you'd be a great person to be a part of this. Would you be interested? And it was amazing how many people said yes. The people who said no typically said no because they had other things going on at the same time, which is often the case. You know, you can't do everything. I know that, you know that. So I get invited to these things all of the time. But if I've got my own personal promotion going on, I don't want to participate in another one because it won't be fair to them, and vice versa, because you want to give 100% of your effort. And so the women that have participated all agreed, because they said we can do all of the things required, which is to send emails to their lists, to share on social media, and to provide as much promotion of the Promote and Prosper, because that's the whole purpose of it, is to promote each other. And by my promoting you, it's going to benefit me as well as you. And that's what collaboration's all about. It's a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. You know, yeah, I can say it is, but it's not really, because I'm benefiting as much as every person who's giving a gift by putting these amazing women together. And because I work a lot with women, I just ask women. I will tell you one funny thing. I did invite a lot of women now, I'm on so many lists. So this one person replies and said that they would like to be involved. Well, they had a generic name, or what do you call those names where it could be either a guy or a girl? And I said, sure, why not? And I didn't bother to go to the website to see who it might be. And it turned out it was a guy. Now, really well-known guy, really great person, but because I was promoting it as a women's giveaway, I felt it wasn't fair. So I said, would you mind if we did it when I do? Because I've got another one coming up called the Influencers Giveaway. It's not going to just be for women. And he was fine with it. He says, oh, I get it. I understand. But it was just funny because it was the one thing I didn't expect to happen. So that was good. You know, a lot of cool things have happened and a lot of interesting things. It's funny how the women, when they look at the products and they look at the progress of everything, you know, they find things that can help make it better. And that's the other thing I love about collaboration, because I can look at it, my editor can look at it, my assistant can look at it, but if you get 35 women looking at it, you're going to have a lot of great feedback. And most of it's stuff that I could use. Some of it I didn't want to change because it wouldn't fit my personality, but for the most part, what the goals of the event were, which is to build our email list, I felt that those suggestions were just nothing but positive value added. Yeah. So
I love that. And just, I want to ask you a few questions, but the one question I want to get ready for, I can share the page, right, already? Because I did. Yesterday, I sent an email announcing that I was having you. And of course, I posted it on social media and I put the link. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the link so that it'll show up anywhere that the video shows up. So I'm putting it there. And then I'm going to show the page in just a second. But I want to say a few things. First of all, I manifested interviewing you because I've had you on my mind for a long time to interview you. That's number one. Number two, when you invited me to this, a lot of stuff was going on, but I was planning to do the same thing. And I had already reached out to a few people that are very close to me. And I said no, because actually I just had started thinking about it. I hadn't put anything together. And so I manifested you offering me this great opportunity. So I just want to say that. And overall, I just love collaborating with women. So I'm glad that we get a chance to do this. And I want to go ahead and share. The website is promoteandprosper.org. And can we just, without giving anything away, first of all, I want to share a little bit about some of the women. This is one of the women that actually I was thinking about because she's been very, very influential in some of the work that I've been doing as of the past 2 years. And then, of course, we both know Biba. Here I am, but I don't know all the women. So can we kind of let people know without telling them exactly what the gifts are. We know there are over $5,000 worth of resources, tools, ebooks, audiobooks, but can we tell them a little bit without giving it all away about what it is so they get an idea? And these are all the women.
Fantastic. Well, I'll tell you a couple of them. It's not a secret. If you Google any of those women, you'll see just how amazing they are and some of the things that they do. So Biba Padron, for instance, you and I have both known for many years. She is just an amazing human being, and I met her online, and we did an online webinar together, and then I had her on what was not at the time a podcast, but has since evolved into podcasting, where I had her on an audio program, and so we became friends, similar to you and I. We just had that connection. She's originally from France, and does a lot. Everything that most of things that she does are about strategy and selling and getting more clients. So her book that she's giving away is about converting without selling, converting client, prospects to customers without selling. So that's a really cool one. We have Petra Monaco is, I think she's the second row on your thing. She has a company called Rebel's Den, and I love this woman. She is just so authentic, and she's got a goal setting toolkit that's really, I accessed every one of the gifts because I wanted to make sure, first of all, that they were of value, that people would really get something out of it, and that it would be something that if I was interested in it, and I have such a high standard with digital products these days, simply because when you're online since 2001, you've seen so many good things and so many, not so good. So I wanted to make sure that these things were in fact high value. And Petra is also one of the honorees of the Women Rock the Web Awards, which is the other award that we've done. And we're going to be getting ready to take nominees for that in June. So stay tuned for that, because I'm sure you and a lot of other of the women that we know will qualify for that award. Another one is this lady, Claire Hone and Sonia Rawlings are doing a transcription course, which they call it a beginner's course, but it's not really beginners. It's pretty in depth. I met her through my other site called Her Business Listings. She listed her business there, and then we became friends just through chatting and stuff, and she offered this. So I asked her. Cassandra Hill writes for me for Women of Wisdom magazine, and she's a lot like you, Evie. She does a lot with manifesting and balance and things like that. What you used to do before you evolved into this guru that does everything. I just don't like that word guru. I'm sorry, I keep using it. Expert. I love the word expert. But anyway, so that's just a few of the people. There's videos about money, manifesting money, about productivity. There's stuff about how to create an online course. My gift is about GPT, which is, the latest and greatest thing. So I thought, why not? There's books about, gifts about how to write a book and how to get it published, business blogging. I mean, I could go on and on, but that's just a few of them. And if you want me to go on and on, I will. But, that gives you an idea.
Absolutely. And so for everyone, the link is down below, Promote and Prosper. This should be, I was just checking if it's streaming everywhere. And even if it's not, I'm going to make sure that it goes in both of my Instagram pages, on all my Facebook pages, as well as my YouTube channels. And yes, and so as you know, I shared an excerpt from my book, and I made it into a chapter, and I shared it as an ebook, which we're not going to go into the questions you and I were talking about. I don't know if I was allowed to do that, but I did it.
Well, if you did it before you sign the contract, you're fine.
Yeah, that's right. So
they can't do anything that happened before that.
That's right. You're absolutely right. So I didn't know. So also I created it as an audiobook because I know that there are some people that, like me, that like to listen while they're working. So I went ahead and I read it, and I created it as an audiobook. And really, that is all from my upcoming book, Your Fab Rich Future Self Now Journal, which has 5 chapters, and then it has all the journal pages. And it is all about how to feel, act, and be as your future self now, and how to manifest that by doing this method that is called the FAB, feel, act, and be. And a lot of women, they think that I mean fab like fabulous. And yes, I do, because women, we are fabulous. And it dawned upon me after I started sharing with a whole bunch of writers about fab. Everybody was saying, do you mean fabulous? And then I said, oh no, I mean feel, act, and be. So I had not realized that, because I was so excited about the content. But in any event, so women are going to get an opportunity to use that. They're also invited to an upcoming webinar in June that I'm actually talking about how you journal as your future self. How do you journal as your fabulous, rich future self? And that is some of the practice that I teach in the journal that I've written, and that will be out hopefully sooner than later so that people have their hands on it. And I just want to thank you, because you're always thinking about me. You're always thinking about women. I definitely want you to send me your calendar after this week, because we're doing this week. And by the way, this goes on until Friday or Saturday?
It goes
Then we'll
on
make
till the 25th. So
till the
next week.
25th.
Yeah,
Oh,
7
pardon
days.
me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Till
in
the
some
25th.
places, it's already started because it's tomorrow already. Because we have women from around the world. We have one woman who's from South Africa. We've got Australia, a couple from the UK, South America. I think Toronto, I've got 2 or 3 women from that area, Canada. So yeah, so it's truly a global event, which is what I really love doing. I mean, my very first internet marketing event was global, and I had women on the phone it was like 2:00 in the morning where they were listening in on our webinars, because I had no clue that I was going to have people from all over. But when you do these things, you just don't know who's going to show up. And, you're always surprised and always delighted, really, that the way things happen. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so I started really yesterday, because I sent out my first email. Officially, I'm launching it today, because that's why I wanted to do this live interview, to let people know about this opportunity, whether for your personal life or for your business. This is to help you, as the show. Our show is called the Fab Rich Women's Wealth Creation Wednesday show. And all these tools in this Promote and Prosper event that goes on till next week, you want to take advantage today. It's all about helping you to create wealth in your life. And I just thought it fit perfectly into our show. And that's why I wanted to invite my good friend, one of the friends that I have known the longest here in Florida, almost 14 years, and that is Heidi Richard Mooney. Really a woman who is just blessed by so many talents. And we will have her back to talk about marketing and to talk about books, because she's just fabulous. And so I just want to thank you for doing this. I know you have another appointment. Is there anything else you want to share before you go?
No, I would just say that if your listeners are interested, they should just keep your mind open to the possibility of collaboration, because you just never know when those invitations are going to come up. And doesn't mean you can take advantage of all of them, but if it feels right and you feel tapped into doing it, which is what happens with me most of the time. I say no to more things than I say yes to, as you know. I'm semi-retired, even though I still work 40 hours a week, but I don't work. I work and do what I want now. Basically, that's all I do. And so if the spirit moves me, and honestly, Evie, I haven't been on a show in a long time. I was on one yesterday. One of our other experts asked me, and I'm going to be on her show again next week, because she wants to back, couldn't cover everything in the time frame. And so that was kind of cool. And I don't really say yes to most of these things. So when you asked, I said, well, it's Evie. I've known her a long time. I have to do this. So of course I said yes. And so thank you from the bottom of my heart for inviting me, because this is my calling, and these are my audience, and hopefully we can work together. And I'm sure this is just going to be an amazing event. So I appreciate the help that you're giving and promoting it. Thank you, Evie. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for always thinking of me. I look forward to having you again in the show. I look forward to you and I speaking because really we're so due, like you said at the beginning, to speak, get together. So, either send me your calendar, I'll send you mine. But really, I just want to thank you because I love what you're doing. And yes, you are semi-retired and yet you continue giving and giving and giving. And so I just want to thank you. And I definitely appreciate you. And of course, I see you doing many, many more wonderful things.
Well, I'm not done by
Yes,
any
you're
means.
not. Yes, you're not. So I want to thank you. And I'm asking people to please, if you're watching now, and I see we have some people, uh, do you have a question before we let go of Heidi? Like I said, she is an expert in marketing. She has the Women in E-commerce International, and she put together this great event that I am so proud to be part of, Promote and Prosper. And you will be able to get over $5,000 of gifts by visiting promoteandprosper.org today. And, I love this about collaboration. And I'll just tell people this, just to give a few minutes before you leave. If someone has a question, post it in the chat. But what I wanted to say is, I'm writing an article. I'm almost done with it that will go on my blog as well as here on Facebook regarding collaboration and the power of collaboration. There are many ways that you can collaborate. This Promote and Prosper is about us promoting each other, giving giveaways that are of significant value, as well as, of course, growing our email list, which, as many of you know, that is dear to my heart as being known as the email marketing queen. And just like I did with Heidi, of course, I want to reach out to all these wonderful women that Heidi knows because I could probably cover a year worth of shows by just inviting these wonderful women that Heidi is introducing us to. So this is how wonderful this opportunity is to collaborate. And so I want to invite you, especially if you're a solopreneur. There's no sense in feeling alone or solo. There's no sense of that, especially for us as women. There is so much that we can do together, whether it is participating in something like Promote and Prosper, or like I know that I have an affiliate program that I spoke about recently. And so there's many ways that we can help each other out because that is what it is. We are working with each other, promoting each other, growing each other, and manifesting our fab rich future selves now together. So I don't see any questions. Heidi, I know you have to go. Once again, I just want to thank you. Thank you for being here. And once again, remind people to please make sure you take advantage of the Promote and Prosper. You will receive many, many gifts, and you can select after you go through the initial page, you'll be able to select what is it that you would like. And, I look forward to hearing from all of you from our list, from our community. What did you get? How did you like it? What did you learn? And maybe we'll have a show about that, about you sharing some of the tips of things you learned. So Heidi, thank you so much for being here with me.
You're welcome. And make sure you download Evie's gift, the Manifest Your Dreams ebook. It's going to be an amazing resource, and I think that a lot of people will get a lot out of that. So Evie, thank you very much. It was my pleasure. I appreciate the opportunity to be with you today. Take care. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. And now, thank you, Heidi. And now what I'm going to do is ask, who was it? Someone put hi, Evie. I'm not sure who was there, but I want to make sure that you see that I am one of the women who's collaborating in this Promote and Prosper. And I want to make sure that I know who's there. And if you have a question, I also want to go ahead and remind you that you can also mark your calendar for our upcoming Future Self Journaling Retreat. Remember, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that we decided to move our in person beach retreat to later on in the year when it's a lot cooler in South Florida, probably September or October. And that instead, what I'm going to do is a 1 day Saturday Future Self Journaling Retreat. So if you want to be participating, you can participate from anywhere in the world. All you have to do is, and I'll put the link right here for you in the chat. All you have to do is you want to go and make sure, who's the high Evie, by the way? So you want to make sure that you visit that link there. And by visiting that link, right, what we're going to do is we're going to have you fill out a questionnaire about where you are in your dream future life, in what you desire and what you want to manifest. And so what you want to do is click this button here that'll put you through the questionnaire. And once you hit submit and once you register, what's going to happen is that's going to take you to my calendar. And in my calendar, you'll book a time for you and I to meet together, and we'll meet and we'll talk about your plans for your future self, your current way of manifesting, and we'll talk about the Fab Rich Future Self journaling method of manifesting and how it can help you to manifest. Perhaps you want to manifest a healthy, fit body. Perhaps you want to manifest the love of your life. Perhaps you want to manifest uh, uh, financial freedom, let's say. So we're going to be talking about how to manifest as your Fab Rich future self by journaling. We're going to talk about how understanding how to journal in this way will help you to manifest faster. And of course, you have there a chance to look at a picture of me as my future self, as I used an app to age myself. And that's the picture there, where we'll talk about how exactly to visualize and then write as our future self and make it very vivid so that we can start manifesting. Not only will you be able to attend this journaling retreat, which is still a long time away, 37 days still, because it'll be in June, the end of June. And like I said, it is on a Saturday because many of you said that you had a lot of things going on during the week. So I decided to make it on a Saturday, all day on a Saturday. I know some of you that spend your Saturdays with family may not be able to attend, but the beauty of it is that it is virtual. So you can attend from anywhere in the world. So if this is of interest to you, make sure that you go to bizniversity.com, virtual journaling retreat. And like I said, all you have to do is fill out a questionnaire and make sure that you make time to meet with me one-on-one. And the reason why I'm doing this time around is because we want to make sure that the energies of all the attendees are well aligned so that together we can manifest more together. And that is why we have this process of a questionnaire and then a one-on-one interview. So make sure you go to bizniversity.com, virtual journaling retreat. Well, I want to thank you for showing up. I want to check in here to see who we have on the stream, on the chat. Let me see, who are the fabulous women? I'm trying to see, but I can't really see. If you don't mind, give us your name, because unless you gave permission to wave video, I cannot see your name. So please give us your name so that I can give you a shout out. Feel free to say, are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook, on YouTube? Where are you tuning in from? Because I want to hear from you. Let us know about you, your business. What do you do? And of course, if you have not joined our Fab Rich Women, we want to take this opportunity to invite you to join the Fab Rich Women. And you can do that by going to fabrichwomen.com. Make sure you go to Fab Rich Women and you join our community as a free member. So make sure you do that now. I once again want to just say thank you. I look forward to hearing from you. Please make sure that you take advantage of those wonderful gifts that we have for you. And if you're interested in collaborating with me in a future venture, please feel free to email me too. I love to hear from you. Here's some ideas as to what you want to promote, what you've got going, what do you think that we can do together, and perhaps you and I can collaborate together. So remember, feel free to visit bizniversity.com. That's where you can find everything that we do. Remember that our Wealth Creation Wednesday show is every Wednesday at 2 p.m. And like I said, if you'd like to email me directly, my email is evie@bizniversity. So I want to thank you for checking in with us today. I want to thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday at 2 p.m. For now, remember to look in your inbox for that link again for this wonderful free offer of the Promote and Prosper event. So just letting you know, I will be going to Tampa, Florida. I am attending the Hay House I Can Do It conference, meeting up with other fabulous authors like Gabby Bernstein and Mel Robbins, and hopefully Brandon Burchard, among many other Hay House authors and professional speakers. So I look forward to next Wednesday telling you all about that. So I want to thank Heidi once again, the Women in E-commerce, and all the women that are part of the Promote and Prosper. Look out. I'm coming to get all those goodies, and I'm also coming to talk to you about being a guest at the Fab Rich Women's Wealth Creation Wednesday show. So once again, thank you very much, and I'll see you and talk to you next Wednesday. Thank you.